Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of World Talks here on TVP World. I'm your host, Benjamin Lee, and please join me and my guests on this next interview. As Ukraine prepares to host the Southeastern Europe Summit in Odessa, the country remains under siege, most recently enduring a deadly drone strike on Kharkiv. Now, balancing diplomacy with defense, Kyiv walks a tightrope of resilience. Joining us today is Oleksiy Goncharenko, a Ukrainian member of parliament, a prominent voice in Ukraine's international outreach. Known for his advocacy in Brussels, Washington, and the UN, he brings us a frontline perspective to Ukraine's strategic diplomacy. Hello, sir, and welcome to TVP World.
Hello.
So can you help us understand how significant is this upcoming summit in Odessa for Ukraine's regional diplomacy and its post-war recovery?
First of all, it's very important that it's happening here in Odessa because Odessa is the capital of the Black Sea, the most important city on the Black Sea shore, the biggest city on the Black Sea shore, because Istanbul, Turkish Istanbul, is not on the Black Sea. And the biggest city on the Black Sea shore and the only 1 million population city is Odessa. The biggest harbors of the Black Sea is Odessa. The biggest agricultural port is Odessa. So it is a very important place, and it is a very good place to have such summit and forum, which is happening right now here in Odessa in these minutes. We have here President of Romania, President of Moldova, President of Serbia, Prime Minister of Croatia. And I think this is a very good format to discuss regional cooperation and very right place to do this.
Right, and one of the participants is something that we are finding interesting. What does Serbia's recent diplomatic overture signal about shifting alliance in southeastern Europe? Vučić is going to Ukraine for the first time. What does that mean with his attendance in this summit?
I think it shows that even President Vučić, who tries to be friendly with Russia, who came to May 9 celebrations in Moscow, met with Putin, but he can't ignore the importance of Ukraine, the importance of supporting Ukraine. And this is good that he is here. This is good that we have possibility to speak with him, to explain to him, and to work with him. Yeah, it's a complicated story, relationships between Ukraine and Serbia. Yes, in Serbia there are many people who are very pro-Russian, I would say. But in any way, we need to work with everybody, and we will work with Serbia too. And the fact that Vučić is here, I think it's not something that Putin would like. But still, Putin would not like this, but Vučić is here.
Right. Now, I'm also curious about how Ukraine is currently balancing kind of its military side crisis with this diplomatic strategy, seeing that there's still a lot of overnight strikes. What is Ukraine trying to achieve when it comes to this coming summit?
For Ukraine, it's very important working together with our partners, military cooperation, sanctions against Russia, lobbying of Ukraine in European Union, which is Romania, and Croatia, members of in NATO, which is Romania, and Croatia, members of. So it is very important for us to work with these partners.
When it comes to the diplomatic side of things, are we expecting any sort of breakthrough?
I don't expect for some breakthrough, but the fact of this summit itself is good. We understand that, and what is important is meeting with the new Romanian president, Nicu Șordan. He was just elected, and he will be president of Romania for quite a long time now. And it is important for us to have a possibility to speak with him and to work with him, because Romania is a strategic partner. Romania is a big neighbor of Ukraine, and we need Romania. So I think this is probably the most important of what is happening today.
All right. So can you help us understand how these deep regional integration can help Ukraine both militarily, economically, and diplomatically?
Black Sea region, southeastern Europe, is a very important place because Russia is investing a lot of efforts to put chaos here, to destroy cooperation here. And as we see, Ukraine is quite successful in preventing this. and our members, our partners, our states, which are Ukrainian partners and which are now here at this forum, they're working closely on this. So this is good and this is important.
Right. And do you think that the recent strikes with the Russian turning up the intensity of some of those aerial bombardment will also prompt Ukraine's partners and allies to step up military support or strengthen their sanctions? Any concrete move that the international partners can help contribute to helping Ukraine alleviate some of the situation?
I hope so, but it's clear that the most important partner here is the United States of America. And we hope very much that the United States of America will start to speak with Putin the language he understands, the language of force. Because all these trying, to speak with him, to be kind with him, as President Trump tries to be, I think this is a mistake. And Putin he considers it to be weakness. It just emboldens him to attack more Odessa, Kharkiv, Kiev, and other cities of Ukraine, to kill Ukrainian civilians, children, women, and so on. So I think the most important definitely is the United States. But it's also important to show to our partners from Serbia, from Romania, from Moldova, from Croatia, what's happening here, how barbaric is what Russia is doing, and why Ukraine is so important. And I think Black Sea perspective is very important here.
Right. Do you think the recent attacks and kind of the pattern that even Washington is observing right now is eventually going to seep in? We see that Trump's stance coming from being more cordial to Putin to now being more strongly worded, but still not a lot of concrete action taken when it comes to helping out Ukraine just yet. Are we seeing this changing anytime soon, or do you think that it will still take a few rounds of negotiation, discussions, and not reaching a conclusion until something finally changes?
Words will not help here. We need concrete actions, and I hope so. Sooner President Trump will realize how he should speak with Putin. Sooner he will punch him, quicker we will have peace, because we want peace as soon as possible. We are ready for ceasefire right now without any conditions. And there is only one country because of which the war still continues. It's Russian Federation.
All right, and I think this summit is also a very good showcase of the fact that a lot of countries, even that of Serbia, is trying to have this dialogue and trying to come to this negotiation table. Last but not least, what should we be looking out for in this summit? Any particular kind of highlights that, as an audience, we should kind of pay attention to?
I think let us wait till the end. I think the most important here is definitely the Black Sea. And I hope there will be decisions which will make Black Sea a safer place.
All right. So hopefully that becomes a reality. In the meantime, thank you so much for your input and insight. And
thank you very much.
Really appreciate it, sir. Thank you. And thank you for tuning into this edition of World Talks. But for more news, update, and commentary, please stay tuned to TVP World.